guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you from looking like this to this. First things first, let's get these spectacles off and put the contacts in. I don't know about you guys who wear contacts, but there's literally no better feeling than a fresh pair. These are like 2 weeks. I wear them for a month, so they're starting to get a little meh. Also, I'm still debating on whether or not I need a microphone. What do you guys think? I feel like my last video I was being really quiet. Leave a comment down below and let me know like if you think this is sufficient or if we should step it up a little bit and get a little like clip-on mic or something. But yeah, so contacts are in. I'm gonna prep the skin. I actually have not washed my face this morning because it's really early and I'm gonna film a couple videos, so I'm literally gonna put this on and then take it off. So normally I would like do my skincare routine, you know, wash my face, yada yada, but for today's video purposes we're just going to prep the skin with a little skincare and go in. I've got my skincare out in front of me. I got it ready since, like I said, this is not like a normal situation. I'm just going to use a little bit different products. Normally I would use an SPF, but I don't want to waste my SPF because, like I said, I'm just going to go take a shower. So I got this little sample of Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. So I'm just going to try that just to get my skin ready for some foundation, because we're actually going to use foundation today, which I literally could not even tell you the last time that I used foundation. It's been a very long time, but my nails, as you can see, are freshly done by yours truly, and they are my favorite color of a red. I do this color all the time, and so anyways, they've inspired me to do like a really full glam look. So today we're going to be matching my makeup to my nails, and I'm really excited because red is my favorite color. Okay, moisturizer is on. This is the first time trying that. It feels really good. My lips are so chapped, so chapped. I think they got like a little bit sunburnt when I went to the lake. Not last weekend that just passed because today's Tuesday, but the weekend before that. So I'm just gonna use the Aquaphor. I love Aquaphor. It's so good for anything. So hydrating. I'm really working that in there because, like I said, my lips are so chapped. Okay. Skin is prepped. I'm gonna go further with one more step, even though I don't want to waste this either because I'm gonna go take a shower, but I just don't feel like the look is gonna be complete without it. So the MAC strobe cream. And this is gonna be kind of used as my primer. If I was going like out and this needed to last all day and night or something, I would go in with a different primer on top of this, just to prolong the wear of the makeup. I don't feel like primer is necessary for like every day, but if you want your makeup to last hours and hours or through like heat or sweating or whatever, I do feel like primer is important. I know I talked about getting a new mirror, but I still have not done that yet. I think that was like a couple videos ago, but anywho, I feel like I should literally get on Amazon and order it right now while we're talking about it because it's actually Prime Days too, so maybe I'll get a deal. But anyway, since this is full glam, we're going to start with the brows. I am going in with the usual. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in soft black. When I'm doing my brows, I like to kind of like turn my head in the light to make sure that I'm seeing it at all different angles. And just make sure you're getting like all the sparse areas, because if you're not moving your head and checking different angles and different lighting, you're definitely going to miss some spots. If you're just looking straight on at a mirror like this, your brow is going to look like it's filled in, and then you turn to the side and you're like, oh my gosh, I see a spot that I missed. So pro tip, when you're doing your brows, make sure you're moving all of your makeup really, because it applies definitely to more than brows. Biggest top tip would be to constantly change your angle with your light, whatever you're using, whether that be natural light, just your bathroom light. Just, it's good practice to check out the look from different angles. Should I bore you with the details of the second brow? Probably not. This brow is my problem brow. Like, do you guys have that too? Let me know in the comments. Does one brow always work better than the other? Because that's super true for me. The right brow is always so much easier, and I feel like looks better than left brow. And somehow, even when they look even, my left brow is like higher. I'm certain it's not only me, so leave me a comment down below. Let me know. I am actually so tired. I need a little coffee break. If you know me, you know I absolutely love coffee. But anyways, let's see. It's like almost 6 o'clock now, but I got up at like, I don't know, 3:15 or something. My husband had to work really early today, so anyways, I've just been doing laundry, cleaning. It's actually our anniversary too, so we're going to be taking a little trip. It's actually on Thursday, but we're going to be celebrating this weekend. It is so hard to do makeup and talk, but I'm like trying to do both because, you know, I don't need to be taking forever. It's super early in the morning and I have to go to work. Okay, anyways, what I was saying, our anniversary is on Thursday, but we're going to be kind of celebrating this weekend, and also going to some motocross dirt bike races. I'm really excited. It's down in Washougal, Washington, so like really far south, basically Oregon, like right on the border. And it's like an outdoor course track thing. It's really fun, actually. I mean, I'm not super into it. I obviously go because my husband likes it, but it's a fun day in the sun, and it's fun to watch them race dirt bikes. And like I said, it's also going to be for our anniversary, which I'm excited for. It's our 12th anniversary. I cannot even believe it. Time goes by so fast. Like, it does not feel like it's been 12 years, but at the same time, it feels like forever. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, back to the makeup. Oh, my back. Oh, my back hurts. I have a suspected ruptured disc, and it's been like 7.5 months dealing with this. Literally like the most painful thing of my whole life, but yeah, I have an MRI scheduled soon to try to get some things figured out, but insurance is stupid and it's taken this long to get things together. Okay, I need to pick up the pace. This is taking me forever. Okay, when I'm done with brows, I always just kind of go on the front with the spoolie because I kind of, you know, want them to look as natural as possible. And like I said, make sure you're moving your head, checking all different angles. Yeah, okay, they're not perfectly the same or anything, but close enough. I feel like I could obsess. Sorry, I couldn't talk and do that at the same time. I had to clean up that edge there. I feel like I could obsess with brows forever. Like, it's unhealthy. I feel the same with winged liner, and I feel like that's how wings get so thick. Trying to make them even. Okay, that was way too long on the brows, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. Probably because I'm tired. The brows are on. Normally I would add brow gel, but I'm going to wait till the end because we're doing full glam. So I'm still have the rest of my makeup to do, and I'm bound to mess up my brows a little bit. So I don't want to do the brow gel yet. When I do a full glam look, I like to do the eyes first, just so that if I have any fallout, I can clean it up and it's not messing up any face makeup. Right now I'm going in with the NARS Light Reflecting Eye Brightener in Night Swan. I don't really like this for the under eyes, maybe just like a dad right in the inner corner for added brightness, but as far as like concealer, it's definitely not good for that. I mean, it doesn't say that it's a concealer, it says that it's an eye brightener, so that makes sense. But anyway, I'm going to be using that as the eyeshadow base today. You can use like any concealer, any actual eyeshadow primer that you may have, but concealer works just fine. I really love the paint pots from MAC. I'm trying to use this up before I get another one though, because this is kind of similar. So I'm just going to go in with that, creating a base for the makeup. That was way too much, so we're going to share some with this side. I also find that it's actually pretty hard for me to do eyeshadow with eyelash extensions. That's the only thing that I don't like about them. But I don't do eyeshadow super often. Just for videos, really. Like, I don't wear it out. Unless I'm, you know, doing something, but by something I mean like going out, not just hanging out. And not just like going out to dinner or something either. I don't know, I'm like high maintenance, but I'm low maintenance. I don't know how to explain it. Like, yeah, eyeshadow every day is just way too much for me. That's why I have the eyelash extensions. Like, on my regular everyday, I literally probably take, on average, I would say like 15 minutes. Some days even less. Some days it's like 10 minutes, and I'm not exaggerating. I've gotten very fast at my everyday routine, and I feel like it's all because of the lash extensions. Because, I don't know, for some reason they make me feel like my makeup just like looks better. I don't know, it ties them all together. I'm a big lash girly, so like before I got lash extensions, I wore strip lashes religiously, like daily. I don't know, for how long have I been getting lash extensions now? A couple years. So I would say like maybe 8 or 9 years in the strip lashes. Okay, so that's definitely enough product. I'm just going to keep blending that in. The blending is most important. You're going to hear me say that like 500 million times today and in all the rest of my videos. I'm sure in my last makeup video as well, because this is actually only my second makeup video. The other ones were skincare related. I kind of feel like I want like a fluffier brush. This looks good. I packed it on with that concealer brush to be more precise as well for the lash extensions, because you definitely want to avoid getting makeup on those. If you have lash extensions as well, make sure you are always cleaning them, especially if you wear a lot of makeup. You need to be cleaning them, like, for some people daily, depending on how much makeup you get in them. I'm super careful. I try my hardest not to get makeup in them, and like I said, I rarely do eye makeup, so anyways, I wash them like maybe every other day, every 2 days or something. I think that's good enough. My lash artist is pleased with my lash hygiene, so just using this brush to get some more on the outer corners there. I did not add any extra product, just what was left on the brush. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard to do eye looks with the extensions. I don't know, maybe it's just me, because my lash artist, she wears eyeshadow, not like on the regular, but you know, going out and stuff. And she does her eyeshadow so good. Every time I see her eyeshadow, I'm just like, girl, you're amazing. And I feel like she gets her lashes thicker than I do too, like volume maybe. I get hybrid. And this is actually like almost 2 weeks. And they still look really good. She's the best, by the way. If you're local, go see her. Lash and Lore. I'm going to link her down in the description below. She's in South Hill. And she's incredible. I've literally been seeing her for, I think, like 2 years now. Which is crazy to think. Okay, so that feels blended enough for my liking. And then I always go in with translucent powder to set it. Some people use eyeshadow, like a lighter shade, but for me, translucent powder just works best. Got it. This is my Dermablend Pro Loose Setting Powder. This is my favorite. I've been using this for a long time, and it's lasted a really long time. Like, I don't know if you can see, but I would say there's like still a quarter of it left, and I really think I've had it for a long time. So I go in with my finger again, just because I feel like that's the best method for having eyelash extensions. Even though a little translucent powder will like wipe right off of them, it's no big deal, but I just try to be safe. So I'm like dipping my finger in that and then like tapping it off to make sure I'm getting the fallout off of there. And just going over everywhere that we put the primer. Don't forget the outer corners. Make sure you put this on evenly, because if you don't set the primer evenly, your eyeshadow is going to look patchy. For me, that's very important. I see people going in with eyeshadow with like no base or not setting the primer, and I just don't understand how that works for them, but it like looks so good on some people. But yeah, that does not work for me. I find that my blending is a lot harder, and sometimes, you know, I just can't even get it to blend good when I don't set. And then throughout the day it'll crease. I kind of have like hooded eyes though, so maybe that's a me thing, but before you set, make sure you're going back in to make sure everything is blended and not creased. So now just repeating on this side. Oh, see, I didn't get it off enough. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I just dropped a ton of translucent powder in my lashes. Oh my gosh, I ate bad food last night. I had carne asada fries and I haven't gone out to eat in a long time. A long time for me anyways. I'm trying to be healthier and better and change my lifestyle a little bit, but it's been, I think, like maybe 2 weeks since the last time I went out, which is a long time for me. Normally I go out every week or multiple times a week. And anyways, so I got food out last night. Carne asada fries, obviously not the best thing, and I'm so thirsty. They always make me so thirsty. Like, you just know it's bad for you, but gotta do it every once in a while. I don't know, maybe I'll get out of that mindset, but I do enjoy the occasional bad food. Okay. Alright, my nails are too long, so it's like hard to get in there with the setting powder, so I just use that same brush that we blended it in with. So now you can see my eyelids are very even. Not that they were, you know, much discolored before, but the primer just really sets the tone for the entire look. So I think I'm gonna do something I've never done before, and I want to start this look with liquid lipstick, but at the same time I'm like really nervous that that's not gonna come off, and I really need this to come off like kind of right now, because I'm gonna get in the shower and like get ready for my normal day. This is not something I would wear like out and about. I mean, you know, maybe out or like to an event, but definitely not to work. I have seen people use like liquid lipsticks for blush and eyes and stuff, but I think this might be a lip stain. It's a lip paint. I thought that this matched my nails perfectly, so I mean, maybe my nails are a little bit lighter of like an orangey red, but it definitely matches very close. So I wanted to use this for like the whole look since we're matching the makeup to the nails. But it makes me so nervous to put this on my eyes because what if it doesn't come off? So I think we're going to just stick with that for lipstick. I know, I'm so boring. If I didn't have to go right to work here in a little bit, then I would probably just go for it. And since I do have to work, we're going to go in with the Meredith Duxbury, I hope I'm saying that right, Morphe palette. This has been my latest obsession. I just feel like it has so many good colors, like every color, excuse me, every color that you would need. And I've recently been experimenting with color, so this palette definitely intrigued me. But anyways, we're gonna go in here with this red color because I feel like it's on theme. Lobster roll is the name, and I'm gonna go in with my finger. You're gonna notice I do that a lot. Ooh, I hope you can see that. That looks so good. Wow, so pigmented. I love Morphe palettes. Look at that next to the nails. Pretty close. Okay, going in with it on my finger here, and I'm just gonna put this all over the lid. I don't think I've ever done red eyeshadow. I literally don't think I've ever done color up until last month. I think last month was the first time I ever did the colored eyeshadow other than like neutrals, pinks, purples, you know, nothing crazy. I feel like pinks and purples are kind of neutrals, but anyways. I'm really just packing that on with my finger. This is my favorite way to do this. And then after like blending, I'm definitely going to go in and do this again. It's not. And also I learned from last time, oops, if you watched my other videos, my camera ran out of battery like a couple times, rookie mistake, but I have backup. We're ready. We have 2 battery backups. They're fully charged, so when that sucker dies, I'm ready. Okay, so I feel like that's packed on pretty sufficiently, maybe a little bit more on the outer corner here. Like I said, definitely going to be going in with this step again after blending because sometimes you just blend it all away. See, it's very messy right there. That's totally fine because we're going to blend. I'm literally going to wipe this on my shirt. I know, I'm so bad. I have like my pajamas all have makeup stain because I usually get ready in them in the morning. Anyways, we're going in with the other eye now. Same drill on the finger, getting it as close to the lash line as possible. Much easier when you don't have lash extensions. This is going to be a super simple look too, which is like my favorite thing. I love basically just putting a shade on the lid and blending it out, like the easiest eyeshadow looks. So super beginner friendly. Another thing I did not anticipate, I was just saying, oh, the battery dies, I'm ready, I have batteries, and I thought that's what was happening, but the memory card is full. So another problem I did not anticipate, I need to buy some bigger memory cards. Anyways, hopefully this one has enough space to finish this look. I'm going to like stop being so chatty and get into it. Crunch time. Now I'm trying to debate on like what color I'm going to use for the blending shade. I don't know if I should go in with a brown like blending color, neutral, if I should go in with orange, if I should go in with pink. I don't know if I have any like burgundy. The Meredith palette doesn't have any burgundy. I'm gonna look. Okay, I think we're gonna need to use 2 palettes and use the Modern Renaissance. Sometimes I want to call this Modern Romance. Modern Renaissance from Anastasia. I love their eyeshadow palettes. They're so good. I love everything from Anastasia. Just can't go wrong. So I think I'm gonna go in with Red Ochre. This very deep, like almost purpley red. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna go in with. This color is so bright. I just love Morphe palettes. If you've never used a Morphe palette, you need to check them out. I'm going to go in with a MAC brush. MAC is my favorite. I do love those BS small brushes that I talked about in my last makeup video. They're new and I do enjoy them, but I think for eyeshadow, MAC, there's just no comparison. So going in red ochre. Here we go. When I do my eyeshadow, I love to look down. I feel like that's the best way to get the blending correct and get the right view. So my recommendation is to use a little mirror like so, looking down. Hopefully this is like a good angle for you guys, but definitely another tip I would have for eyeshadow. Oh yeah, I'm really liking this color together. So this is a really small blending brush, and this is like my favorite brush to use just because I feel like there's less margin for error with a smaller brush. Like you really get precise, and the color doesn't take over and get all crazy, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm starting in the outer corner, just really focusing on that. I've not picked up any more color yet. I kind of like patted it down starting at first, and then I am going in circular motions to do the blending. Notice my hand is down at the end of the brush. That helps have a lighter hand. So easier for blending. Another big tip for blending eyeshadow is to really have a light hand. You don't want to go in heavy-handing and make the job harder for you, you know what I mean? You can always add product and it's really hard to take it away. So what I find from my eye shape, what I like on my eyes is to just kind of like go out a little bit, like a cat eye situation, and slowly blend up. I kind of am already feeling like there's a little bit too much color here, but we're going to make it work. So that is why I start on the outer corner. I just feel like it's a flattering shape. You know, it all kind of depends on your eye shape. I kind of more so have almond shaped eyes as opposed to like round, so I play into that feature. I'm really lightly blending it into the inner corner because we don't want it to be super heavy on the inner corner. I want to focus most of the color on the outer corner, and we're going to connect the under eye here as well once we have face makeup on. So I still have not added any extra product. I'm just using what was on the first dip of the brush. Anastasia is also super pigmented, so you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a very long way. Since my nails are long, I did not really get good in the inner corner here, so now that there's like barely any product on the brush, I'm just really going in here on the inner corner just to make sure that's like blended out. You can also see I kind of got some like right in there that was on my nail, so I'm gonna take the brush that we blended the eyeshadow base with just to kind of clean that up a tad bit. We don't want to look like we have pink eye, but we're getting there, borderline. Okay, so I think I'm liking how that shape is turning out so far. Now I'm going to take a bigger blending brush. This is also from MAC. I think it's clean. Let me double check. I might have used some kind of like brown. Let me just get that off real fast. I'm not going to go in with any other colors. I'm just going to continue blending with the brush that has no product on it. Just so that we can blend out this harsh line a tiny bit. And again, you want to have a light hand with this and continue going over the same spot with the blending. Okay, you don't want to bring it up. Like if you notice when I had the smaller brush, I kind of stayed in the same spot, but somehow it went from this to that. And that is just the way the cookie crumbles. So just kind of like stay in the same spot and then it'll blend itself out. if you start moving your brush around a ton away from the space that you're working in, it's just going to get very messy very fast. Like I said, light hand. I already feel like I'm being a little too heavy with the blending because we don't want to take any product away by any means as well. So it's just kind of like a thing you have to practice, and to be honest, I also need to continue practicing. I mean, everyone can practice, you know, anything forever. You should constantly be improving. But anyways, I really had not done eyeshadow very much at all for the past couple of years because of the lash extensions, and even prior to that I had not done very many eyeshadow looks because I just, you know, wasn't really like wearing eyeshadow a lot. I do a lot more eyeshadow looks these days because I'm creating videos now, but anyways, I need to step up my eyeshadow game because it's not what it used to be. Okay, so I'm just really focusing on this outer corner here to make sure there are no harsh lines. And it's nice and blended. And we're almost there. I think this is starting to look really good. Almost like purple. I don't know. What are we even going to call this look? Red flags. That's what we're going to call it. That's the nail color name. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with the other side. I will be right back. I did the other eye. We're blended in. Things are looking really crazy right now, but I promise they will come together with the face makeup. So we're going to go right in with the foundation. I'm not using primer. I used the strobe cream a little bit earlier, kind of as my primer. I don't know. I think I'm going to put this on the back of my hand. I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is my jam. I literally have been using this for like a decade. I'm not exaggerating. I discovered this, I think, when I was a nanny and I was 18. So when I was a nanny, I actually would film makeup videos that I did nothing with, and it's kind of like sad to think now, and I don't have any left, but it's just funny. That was like my dream back then, and for some reason it never worked out, but here we are today, and I'm actually so happy with the way things went. So I am mixing my Rejuvenique oil, about 3 drops, with that foundation. That's just my favorite thing to do. This foundation is also a matte finish, and I'm not too keen on the matte finish anymore. I really used to like that when I was younger, but not so much these days. So I just mix that with the back of the brush, and then I just go like this, so that I'm not wasting any product at all. And I'm just using a flat foundation brush here. This is one of those BS small ones. Sometimes I go in with a beauty blender, sometimes I go in with a brush. Like I have said many times before, makeup has no rules. So anyways, I hope I did not, I just got this new tattoo here, and I hope I did not just put foundation on it. I'm not sure. Because usually I kind of go down my neck behind my ears, you know. And I keep forgetting it's there because it doesn't like feel like anything. I'm using more of like a stippling patting motion here. Also sometimes I'll do like the underpainting technique where you do your cream contour and like blush and concealer before the foundation, but sometimes I go in with foundation first. It just depends on how I'm feeling. If it were, maybe if I had a little bit more time, I might go with the underpainting technique. Well, I should have cleaned that up. There's fallout there. Just going to get that with the foundation. But it's like nearing 6:30 at this point, and I need to like shower and completely redo my makeup because I'm going to work. And this is not work appropriate, not for the office. I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't mind because they're not like super picky, but I would mind. I'm cleaning up the fallout with the foundation. Normally I would take like a makeup wipe or something, but clearly I'm tired and just like doing the steps crazily. Okay, folks. Oh my gosh, I haven't worn foundation in so long. This looks crazy to me. Okay. When you're doing foundation, definitely don't skip the neck. You don't want to see a big huge line where your foundation ends and your skin begins. That is not the look we're going for. So like I said before with the eyeshadow, blend, blend, blend. Blending is key. Okay, and that was the perfect amount. I literally feel like I just painted my face. Foundation just feels so different on the skin versus like a tinted SPF, which is what I've been using for a while now. But I mean, like, it doesn't feel bad or anything. Estee Lauder is the way to go for a full coverage foundation. As you can see, this was super full coverage. I look crazy, like maybe even a little ghostly because I kind of have a tan going on because it's summer. But this is the shade Dawn 2W1. This is, yeah, kind of more my winter shade, but we can make it work with bronzer. We're gonna go in with cream contour now. I'm using way too much. I'm using the LA Pro Conceal that I had in my last makeup video. I really do like this for cream contour. I definitely got way too much on my hand though. Whoa, Nelly, look at this. Way too much. Okay, so I always like to go in higher than you think you want to do for cream contour because it easily gets down too far and then completely defeats the purpose. So I try to go at the very top of my ear when I first apply. And like I said in the last video, this really dries down very quickly, so you want to work fast here. I'm not even going to apply to the jawline yet. I'm going to go straight in with a bigger brush to blend that in. I like to apply it with a smaller brush so that it can be more precise as far as getting the heavy amount of product on the skin, and then going in with a bigger brush to blend because it dries down so quickly that you just really want a big brush to kind of help that. And again, I'm going in with a stippling, a little bit of dragging motion for the blending. Mostly stippling here on the cheeks versus the forehead of a more dragging motion because I want this to stay more concentrated to one spot here. See what I mean? How easily that just like went down. We're going to add concealer last as well, so if you like kind of get it a little bit too high, that's better than too low if you ask me. This foundation also dries down very quickly and, like I said, is a matte finish. So for me, I feel like that is harder for blending purposes, but definitely better for longevity, in my opinion. So that also got down pretty far. So I'm going to take the same flat brush that I did the foundation with and just going to clean up the bottom here so that it's more blended and not such a harsh line. Like I said, you're literally going to hear me like a broken record talking about how important blending is. Because I feel like you can do the best makeup look and it's not going to look good unless you really know about blending. Okay. Now that I have every single brush in my hand, I am going to do some nose contour with this cream contour, just a teeny bit. I like to start on the bottom here. I love nose contour. It's like one of my favorite steps of makeup. I feel like nose contour and lipstick like are two of my favorites. I just feel like it really ties the look. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. So even though I have eyeshadow on, I'm still kind of working the contour into the brow bone up there. Just, you know, being cautious, avoiding the eyeshadow. This does not have to be perfect. We're going to add powder products on top of this. So we can adjust accordingly. If there's anything about makeup it's trust the process, because I feel like makeup kind of tends, especially when you do a lot of eyeshadow like this, tends to look absolutely crazy right until you're done. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute, it actually does look cute. Okay, so that's good for the nose contour. I'm gonna go in with that same flat angled brush that we did the big blending with to do the jawline. I'm not gonna focus too much on this because I'm about to wash this all off, but for me, I feel like I have a, you know, little double chin. I mean, maybe not little, kind of big. Anyways, so contouring down here is another one of my favorite things to do. Nothing extreme, just like a little bronze moment. I really like to do it on the chin too, like right here. And just like I said before, really blend that in. You don't want to see where foundation ends and contour begins. So again, going in with that flat brush I used for the foundation. No extra product, just what's left to blend. Okay, the look is slowly coming together. We need some blush. I think we're gonna do like an orangey blush because I just feel like orangey would go good with the eye look. I don't know. We're gonna use the Camo blush in Coral. I feel like that's gonna look good. And we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of this lip color, uncensored. This is the Fenty lip paint. I'm just gonna do like the tiniest amount to make it kind of like a red coral. Hopefully it looks good and doesn't like completely stain my face. Mixing it. Ooh. Houston, she's pigmented. I feel like this is gonna stain my hand. Whoa, Nelly, check that out. Kind of pinky, kind of red, kind of coral. Mixing up our own concoctions here today. I'm ruining these pajamas. Okay. So I'm just gonna like tap in there once. I guess that was twice. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that was too much. Oh, it keeps going. Oh my word. Okay, wish me luck blending this in. I have no tips for you here because this is new for me to mix lip paint with blush, but here we are. I do like this color. I feel like it's matching the eyes very well, but it's drying down very quickly. As you can see, what's going on there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I think the key here is just gonna be to blend. I literally, oh boy, on camera it looks even worse. I look like a clown. Okay, ladies and gents. I'm gonna go in with the flat brush that we used for the foundation and hope that this can kind of help save us. Again, with the trust the process, I'm taking my own advice right now. I'm avoiding the eyeshadow as best I can when I'm blending up here. Definitely have to work fast. I should have just done one cheek, not both of them at the same time. But we live and we learn. This is getting crazy. Okay. Well, it definitely matches the eyeshadow. It just looks insane. I think once we add concealer though, it's all gonna come together. I hope. Yeah, it's giving like those Russian dolls. Okay. Wow. That was definitely too much on the hand, just like I did with the contour. I don't think we're done blending yet, but I need to get this off my hand. Going in with concealer now to hopefully clean up a little bit of this mess. Again, I'm going to put it on the back of my hand and then use a concealer brush so it can be like more precise and kind of let it dry down before I start blending. Let's see. this concealer brush will do. I'm using a darker shade of concealer today because I'm a little bit tan from it being summer. I have not worn foundation in forever, like I had mentioned, and now that I'm kind of like getting into the look, I definitely think the underpainting technique would have been better. I'm feeling like I have a lot of product on my face right now, and I don't love that feeling. I also feel like it would have helped with blending as well if I did not have the matte foundation underneath already like dried down, like I powdered, but I didn't. So I'm going heavy with the concealer because, like I said, this is a full glam look, and also I'm trying to clean up some of that blush because, whoa Nelly, she got away from us. I'm even, yeah, gonna do this. How am I gonna do this? Yeah, there we go. That's gonna help, hopefully. Yeah, because that's just out of hand. Okay. Yeah, out of hand, folks. And also out of time. It's 6:45. And I have to wash all this off and take a shower and be ready to go by 6:30. So I was a little ambitious. I got up at freaking 3. I should have started filming before 6. I'm looking for the brush I like to blend my concealer with. This, I don't know what you call it, but round foundation brush maybe? I'm not sure. This is also from BS Mall. So let's get to blending. It already feels dried down from that matte foundation underneath. That foundation is something else, you guys. I haven't used that in so long. I forgot how heavy it is and how fast it dries down and how truly matte it really is. So yeah, this is just quite a little learning experience that you're along for. You guys are probably like, who does she think she is posting makeup videos when she doesn't actually know how to do makeup? You wouldn't be wrong. But like I said, trust the process. I feel like it's already coming together way better than it was. And then once we also do the under eyes to tie the eyeshadow, I feel like that's going to make a huge difference as well. Again, when I'm blending, I'm kind of using like a pressing, stippling motion. We don't want to move the product from where it is, we just want to blend it in. And then when I'm finished with this, I am once again going to go back in with the flat foundation brush to just make sure there's no harsh lines. Okay, so the concealer brought a little bit moisture, a little bit of moisture back into the face, which I love. I love a dewy look. I'm not really a matte girly anymore. So this is a foundation brush again, no product, just what's left, just to blend, make sure I'm getting a lot of the harsh lines. It's time to go in with some powder. The concealer is blended in. I feel like it's not looking too bad. The concealer really helped the blush tie into everything. It doesn't look so crazy and heavy. Yeah. So we're getting into the powder. Dermablend Pro Translucent Loose Setting Powder. And we're gonna go in. I'm gonna make sure that nothing has creased. We're good. Okay. I'm using a triangle puff. These are also from BS Mall. Just going here right under the eye and around the nose. This is super important for full glam too. This is going to make your makeup last like all night. I'm going to go heavily around the mouth as well. This helps so much keep your lip combo lasting all day and all night. And then take what's left, no extra, right here in the front of the brow. Okay. Now that's it. That's all I do for the powder right there. Let's get into the under eyes. Let's finish those. I feel like that is just gonna like tie the whole look together, and I'm super excited. You're gonna want to use like a flat maybe liner brush for this. I don't see the one I'm wanting to see. You could use an angled, oh here we go. But I'm going to use a flat brush like so. And I'm going to go in with that really bright red that we started with on the lid. And just add that to the under eye. And then we're going to blend it out with a larger brush. I want to connect that to what's going on over here on the side as well. I'm gonna also throw in some like dark brown eyeliner in the waterline because I just feel like that's gonna tie everything in so good. Again, I'm being heavier on the outer corner just like I did with the eyeshadow on top. Okay, now we're looking thoroughly crazy. First I want to add the pencil liner. We're going to go in with the Lancome Black Coffee color and just add that to the waterline. I love this liner. It glides on so smoothly. Does not irritate my eyes at all or my contacts. I like to add it in the top of the waterline as well. I'm going to go in with like a larger blending brush, and I'm not going to put any product on it. I'm just going to blend the under eye eyeshadow. It might have some like residual bronzer on it because I do this with bronzer for my like daily look. But I tried to get it off as best I could, and I'm just doing this to make sure, again, there's no harsh lines. Blend, 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 folks. The look is coming together. We're almost finished. I'm going to add some powder blush now just to top it off. I am using the Milani Luminoso. This is kind of more of an orangey shade. I would use a pinker one if I had one, but I don't. So just topping that there. I'm going to do some on the nose. Nothing too crazy. Okay. And then I think we're going to follow that up with a Milani Baked Highlighter in Rose Italiana. That blends everything in together. And now I think it's time for the lip, which I think is going to bring everything together so nicely. This is definitely full glam. We're going to use Matte Chestnut, which is a very, very, very deep brown shade for the liner, and we're going to use the Uncensored Fenty Lip Paint for the lipstick. You guys know this takes me forever, so I'm just going to get right into it and fast forward a little bit through that. Okay. the lips are lined. That's quite the long process. I just don't feel like there's any way you can speed it up. I feel like that's what like gets my lip combos to last all day long, is how long I take on them first thing. So what are you gonna do? Now we're gonna go in with the lipstick. I'm looking for a lip blending brush. Here we have it. And like I said, this is the Fenty Beauty lip paint in the shade Uncensored. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woohoo, this is coming together. I like to use a brush for this because this lip paint can kind of get out of hand. And it's not forgiving. Oops, I just got some somewhere I shouldn't have. It also, this lip paint dries down very quickly. Which I've said about almost every product that I've used today, is that it dries down very quickly. And if you notice the theme, when you want your makeup to last long and you're doing full glam, I personally think that things that dry down quicker, that are more of a matte finish, are going to last way longer. Now I feel like I need to touch up the liner a little bit, and I always do that when I do my lip combos. I'll do liner, lipstick, a little bit more liner. I really love pairing red with a dark brown liner. I personally think it just looks a lot better than doing red, but that's my personal opinion. Make sure we're blended. Wow, this is very full glam. This is the final look. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I feel like if I had a different outfit and my hair was done, like, this would be chef's kiss. Definitely way more bold than I'm used to, but I was really inspired by my favorite color, red, and my nails. So here we are. Let me know if you try this look. Tag me. I want to see it. I want to see this. I feel like it's going to look so good on you guys. Let me know what colors I should try next. Like I said, colors are new to me, so definitely leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see, and thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys soon.